Hey guys, so I'm gonna try to keep this review nice and short, which should be kind of easy because there's only a couple major things that happen in here. Um, so this is Man of Steel number 3, and this is probably the only cover out of this whole miniseries that actually has anything to do with the inside of the book. The first issue was Superman with the Justice League. The second one was with John and Ma Kent, showing Superman the spaceship he arrived in as a baby. So basically, these covers are like portfolio pieces, I guess, for Ivan Reis or Rice or however you pronounce it. Um, but that's okay. But yeah, this is about the only one that actually has anything to do with the interior story. So we start off there. There's kind of this thing that they're doing where every issue starts off with a circle. I don't remember what it was in number 1. In number 2, it was like Krypton. This one, it's Earth. So yeah, Rogal Zarr makes it to Earth. He crash lands. Looks like somewhere in the Arctic. And then he finds the Fortress of Solitude. So I don't know. I don't think it'd be that easy to find the Fortress of Solitude. I mean, I guess he is some kind of super skilled hunter, planet killer. So I don't know. I guess he has the skills to find it, but I don't know. It seems kind of convenient. He lands in the Arctic, so he must have known where it was from the very start. Otherwise, why would he land in the Arctic? It seems too convenient. But whatever. He makes it in. He takes out the security, and then he comes to the bottled city of Kandor. So Kandor is a city that was on Krypton, but it was shrunk by Brainiac and put in a bottle. And so for all these years, Superman has been trying to find a way to enlarge the city so it's back to normal size. So yeah, everything in Kandor is kind of miniaturized. But anyway, so that's where we leave that. Then we get to Metropolis, and they just put out a apartment building fire, and Superman again with the interior dialogue. I want the fires to be human error. I want them to be a coincidence. Because the other thing, fires being lit on purpose, right under my nose, in my hometown. Okay, dude. Yes, arsonists do exist. Actually, there's a fire in my state right now that's going on that was set by an arsonist. Thankfully, they caught the guy, but yeah, arsonists do unfortunately exist. Of course, they are just terrible wackos. You know, who. I mean, dude, if you're gonna set something on fire, don't do it so that it doesn't hurt anybody. Like, go have a campfire or something. Seriously. But anyway, we see the deputy chief of the fire department again, and he's joined by Batman, and he actually says, "I'm Batman." I always find it funny when he says that. Okay, so like over here, Superman like kind of spooks her, makes her jump, and then over here, of course, Batman does the same thing. Um, and Superman's like, "Okay, I scared her by accident. You did that on purpose." I'm Batman. It just was kind of goofy, but whatever. Comics can be goofy. That's fine. So yeah, Superman scanning it with his X-ray vision. Again, I like the blue eyes for X-ray vision. It's a lot better than some of the other ways I've seen it depicted. So while he's searching, he hears an alarm. Just a second here. There was something. Okay, yeah. So Um, Instead of real detective work, like, I found traces of this uh, fire, accelerant. I found, uh, fuel or gasoline or some other kind of um, way to start a fire. He just asks her how many fires there are, and have you made a location map of the fires? Pin them. Sometimes make a shape. So instead of like actual detective work, it just is like, oh, it's gonna be kind of a silly Billy riddle where you can just, I'll put it on a map and it'll make sense. It's not real detective work, man. But anyway, Superman hears an alarm from the Fortress of Solitude, and then he goes without even saying goodbye. So Batman's like, yep. If the politest man in the galaxy has to be somewhere so fast he can't even say goodbye, there's a good reason. I did like that line. That was cool. So, yeah, he rushes to the Fortress of Solitude, and it's just completely just destroyed. And Kara heard the alarm too, so she shows up, Supergirl. And then they look over and see the destroyed city of Kandor. So the last city of Krypton has been destroyed. It's just, what's, of course, very hard on Superman and Supergirl. And they vow to find whoever did it. But then, as they're flying off to find whoever did it, we are going to get a little bit of what happened to Lois and John. And again, it starts off with, Dad, what is that? Clark? Dad, what is that? Oh my gosh, shut up. Dad, what is that? Stop. Okay, that is one thing I'm really not liking about Bendis right now, or at least his run on his Superman stories, is he's made John into this little obnoxious twerp, this little brat. And it's really taken me off, because John was really cool in Super Sons and the Superman run by Peter J. Tomasi. Now he's just kind of a little obnoxious kid. He's the kind of kid that makes me not like kids. Whereas Peter J. Tomasi's version of John was really cool and somebody I could totally hang out with. So yeah, there's a person inside this little spaceship. Again, I've already read the next issue, so I know who it is, but I don't think they reveal it in this one. So anyway, we're left hanging again. So yeah, they're on the hunt for Rogal Zarr. The trail leads them to Metropolis. He scans his apartment. It's all clean. But he's trying to figure out why he's led them to Metropolis. And he's like, I know it's a trap. I know it's a trick. But even with all that, he still gets slammed by the monster. And he's like, well, they must want a dirty public street fight. They want people to see. Happy to oblige. Again, okay, goofiness, but that's okay. That is all right. Just don't make it like it was for teenage or middle school girls, please. This is not. It's just goofiness, and that's fine and everything. But anyway, so yeah, they're both gonna take on Rogal Zarr together, and that's where the issue ends. Yay! Finished that in under 10 minutes. So, things that happened in this one, again. So now we know that whoever took Lois and John is some kind of humanoid figure. We know Rogal Zarr. Well, in this issue, Rogal Zarr and Superman finally meet, I guess, technically. Although they don't say anything, they just see each other. So yeah, Rogal Zarr destroyed the Fortress of Solitude. They still haven't caught the arsonist. And Lois and John are now face to face with whoever is going to take them. Although, as you'll see in the next issue, that's not exactly what happens. But for this issue, let me know what you guys thought. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching the review, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, by the way, actually, I guess the last video was the first video I've done since a couple of my friends started their own YouTube channel. So if by chance you see this before you see theirs, go check out Celestria and go check out Christopher164's YouTube channels. Celestria does book reviews, and Christopher164 does, I don't want to call them comedy sketches, but there's definitely humor in them. So anyway, definitely go check those out, and I'll leave a link to both their channels in the description. They're friends that came over to YouTube from Anchor, just like I did. They came over a little bit later, and they just now started their channels. So I'm super happy that they are here, and I wish them the best of luck. So anyway, go subscribe to them, and you won't regret it. So signing off. Bye.